try to tell us something, just tell us something. So let's take a moment silence. All the chaos that's going on in this world, in the United States, even in Canada right now. There's a real storm this past week, so let's pray for one another. Let's be our brother's keeper, okay? It's time to come together because terrible things coming down the pipe. Let us read the Bible, okay? Thank you. Oh, gracious Father, we come to your presence, thanksgiving in our heart. Thank you for all the blessings we have bestowed upon us. Realize without you, we could not become anything. Father, thank you for your Son, without you, that's possible. Thank you for your grace, thank you for your mercy, Father. Realize you do want to control not us. And Father, for the calling to us, thank you. I pray for the journey, bound together in the night of change, and I'm calling down, Father. Let me on one accord, but you really felt this past. Please, I pray for our Pastor Maggie, I pray for our president, our governor, all of us, political leaders and legal leaders as well, Father. I pray for our country, our state, our past, and our community. I pray for our youth, Father, our first responders. Please, Father, you can have mercy. And Father, I pray for your will, I pray for Ukraine, Father. That's it, have mercy. Realize these things before it happens, Father. That's it, have mercy. And Father, we need leadership in our first and before. Realize that you're the greatest leader of all, Father. Guide us and lead us, Father. So I understand, Father. Make of all this come together as one country, one state, one parish, and one town, one Holy Spirit. And Father, I pray every year here, some of them before. I pray every one of some of them before. Realize you made all about it, Father. That's just become mercy. And Father, everything that said is not here. This is mine. These are all praise and good. And you can be our praise.
Amen. Face the flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we went to fight, I was going to comment, you know, on people coming out with his granddaughter, you know, we did our prayers and our condolences. We never know to know. Call the roll, please,
Mr. Dexter Armstead,
Present.
Mrs. Kristen Chastain,
Present.
Mr. Michael Cheatham,
Present.
Mr. Kyle Flanagan,
Present.
Mr. Jason McCray,
Present.
Mr. Keith Mills,
Present.
Mr. Richard Oliver,
Present.
Dr. Chrissy O'Quinn,
Present.
President Louis Clinton.
Present, very cool. You want to approve the agenda, please?
I'd like to make one correction. At the end, it says Mr. Kyle Flanagan and Mr. Oliver was absent, but I was counted here in the bottom. Very minor, but I'm just wondering that. Just like to start.
And I'd like to add one item to the agenda, if it's possible. We have two residents who need a hardship variance on a, what they're waiting on. They're requesting a hardship variance, so I'd like to add them. Tammy Hope,
You both are musicians?
yes. It's on Whitney Lane, and they're here tonight.
Yeah.
So,
You want to approve the agenda with one addition, please?
So moved.
Second. Coach Chief, any discussion? From the audience, you all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Old business, adopted minutes from April 1st, 2024 regular meeting. With one correction, Ms. Oliver, what is?
I'll make that motion.
Ms. Oliver.
Second.
Second by Ms. Austin, any discussion?
it should say,
Question from the audience?
Mr. Mills,
Yeah, I was.
Please, me, right. Ms. Oliver, what? Any discussion? Question from the audience, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. New business, PEC presentation.
If y'all remember, they're the ones that came in and did the road project, to give y'all information on it. So we have the engineer Bianca Hill out there, and the project manager guys.
State your name, please, now.
Yes, sir. I'm Bianca Hillhouse with PEC Engineers and Gallagher House PEC Engineers. Appreciate the opportunity to be here, to present this to you all tonight. We have been in business for 55 years. I've been at PEC for 28 years, and we provide civil engineering services for many communities in the parish, Jackson, Slaughter, the town of Clinton, and the East Feliciana Rural Water System as well. The city of Zachary, County St. Francisville. So we do a lot of work in this area, and we understand that you guys have some roads that you'd like to have evaluated and get some bids to overlay. So I brought with me just some examples of similar projects that we've done in other parishes. So when we prepare the package for the construction for the contractors to bid, this is an example, for instance, for Washington Parish. We actually laid out where the roads are and how wide, because they're not uniform everywhere. So the widths of the road and the lengths of the road, and we have a bid form, and I can pass this around if you guys want to take a look. And the bid form, like detail, we do all the quantity takeoffs ahead of time, and it details how many tons of asphalt we expect to use. So when the contractors are giving you prices, they're giving you detailed prices on everything. So we
do it, get the bids in tonnage, or in linear?
in tonnage. Yes. So we did a preliminary pass through. We understand that y'all had a bigger list of roads, but that was over the budget, so that the roads got reduced down to about 11, but one of them was E Street in the Slaughter area, and they're doing that. They're going to open bids on that right in the next couple of weeks. So, so these are the streets, and we have them sorted by districts as well. I want to pass this around, and we have a map too. So we have them separated by districts, and the red is the roads in each of the districts. Some to note, there were longer roads, so we only picked out portions of the roads that were worse. As you can see on the preliminary estimate, that at the budget that you guys have, you will not have enough to do the entirety of some of these longer roads. So by analyzing the condition of the road throughout, we were able to identify just the worst parts. I don't think the estimate has been all the way out yet. Another thing that we did for future reference for use in the future is that you guys have a lot of areas that have low to moderate income, which would qualify for the block grant program. So, but this is not a grant year. They come around every 2 years, so this is a off year for them. But everything basically above this green line would qualify. It has to be over 51% low to moderate income. And some of the areas are like yours are 73.9%. So what that means is if you carve out a project in that area, you could apply for a LCDG grant for that area. Anyways, that's just, one of reference for future use. Unfortunately, the areas down here don't qualify. They're all above 50, below 50%.
You can control 11 miles, 10, 12, 18. How many total miles?
Yeah, how much we come up with that? Come up here now?
President? You want to look at this one?
You need,
He needs to talk. Let's do this company, the Arkansas, let us get it.
and for y'all not, David, I'm our parish manager, how we came up with this was down in the road, every one of these roads, and measured them, and took the worst areas and did it. We're gonna also get with frost there, right? We have a pothole machine, and some of the things that we will pothole ourselves to drive, so that we'll be able to get more linear feet from doing this. This is the way you should do it. It's engineered to spec. So like Bill Uncle was telling you, when you bid this, they're bidding the exact same thing that you want. And everybody has a fair opportunity to bid. So this is the way that you know exactly what you're going to get for your money.
Every jury got a piece of that.
Yes.
Yes, what we did is, we took the 11 roads that you had on your list, I guess, or wish list, and we took out, obviously, the East Street and Slaughter, because that's out for bid now. They managed to get enough money together to do that themselves. So I took a look at every one of these roads, and obviously, we couldn't pave all of Gross or Battle or Beach Road for that matter. You could split the whole budget on those roads. So I looked at all the shorter roads and figured to do them in their entirety. And then I took a portion of Gross, Beach Grove, and Battle. I wrote the thing and measured it and rated it, and I tried to pick the absolute worst parts of those roads faced. And everybody has something on here. And I gave you the cost. Obviously, the bigger roads cost more money, but you've got the cost per road, each one of these roads, and you have a total at the bottom.
We need to go in and do this because if we don't, oil prices went up. We want oil prices to go up, asphalt go up.
And I used $140 a ton to estimate this. We've got a job going right now in West Baton Rouge, and that's the numbers we have, is like 132 or something. And I use a few dollars more because you're more rural, it's a bigger haul. Because most of the asphalt plants are in Port Allen, so most of that all comes from there. But these are real numbers. This is what you can expect to pay.
So out of the roads we had listed, did y'all select the worst?
This was the list that I was given. This was the
That's how
list.
It's just within those roads, some of the longer ones, we just had to pick the worst within that road.
So Lime Road was never in this list anyway?
No.
I don't know.
Okay, so I have a question. You're gonna fix the bad spots in the road. I heard you use the word pothole stack. Okay, it's been fixed many times, but I would like to know how you're gonna fix these.
Yes.
When we're going to do the pothole ourselves, it lets the dollars go far. With us doing the pothole, and they're gonna come back in and explain that.
Let me explain the difference between a pothole and a base failure. A pothole will be the little 1-inch asphalt. That's something y'all can fix yourself. It's saving the money. But where you have the base failure, you need to go down 8 or 10 inches with asphalt. That would be included in the
So my question is, where you've got these bad, really bad spots, Gross Road is not good, where you've got these really bad spots in there, how are you gonna fix that? Are you gonna remove the road, redo the base? What are you gonna do?
There's no money in here for removal and replacement base. It's about $500,000 a mile to build a new base and pave an 18-foot road. I have base patching in here where the failures, where you have, if you drive down the road, you see the contact is something in 2 or 3 or 4 inches. That's a bad failure of the base, it's a bad base. And I've got money in there to make those repairs. But what we would do is, if you could use 40th Street manpower to fix just the potholes, the little 1-inch. I would have the contractor come in and on the base layers, he would dig it out, to get 8 inches, put 8 inches of asphalt in there. and we paid over that. In the rough spots where you're gonna patch or half patch the potholes, and you've got the washboard effect, I have leveling course in here, which is asphalt, but instead of laying it as a 2-inch depth, it might be 3/4 of an inch or an inch, whatever it takes to smooth that out. Then they would back up and lay 2 inches of asphalt over that. So you would end up with 2.5 to 3 inches of asphalt over that washboard.
So on roads, because you're familiar with these roads now, you have some spots that are maybe 20 foot or 30 foot long. They have to, I mean, they're just awful. They're gone.
Mhm.
And that would be using the 7 form that
Right,
you're telling me
right.
about.
It'd be patching and then using a leveling course and coming back with a wearing course, 2-inch wearing course.
Just bed,
Mr. Bill, line road, half of it's mine, half of it's ours, it's been on the list,
That's bad to me.
sir.
It's bad to me. Maybe not to anybody else, but it's.
Oh, I
it's-
understand.
it's-
I'm just-
my thing, yeah, we gotta get to bad roads. I agree with that. I'm not disagreeing.
And this is just the list I was given now. I can take one off and add one wherever you want.
Yeah, no, that's
Your
fine.
money is spent here. We just need, anything you add, we will need.
We need to move forward with this, because we got this funding now, and this is what we wanted, and we need to move on.
Well, it's gonna take you 45 to 60 days to get it.
Right.
So this money has to be spent by the end of June.
exactly. We got
So-
to talk to the
We
time.
got to move.
Yes.
So in this particular instance, I know you say you went out and picked up the bad spots, but what about the police? Do they have an idea of a different bad spot?
I
Is that
don't have
fine?
any problem with getting with any or all of you folks. If you want a different part of that road patch, I can certainly make it happen. I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I prefer that. I would like everybody to get what they want within limits, obviously, of dollars.
Cause money's the object, I know.
Well, what I would like is go ahead and bid this project, and then, we can, Mr. Armstead, you can get with the engineers,
For sure.
and you can go out there, because the linear feet will not change.
No.
That's no doubt.
They can't.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Well, I
like I said,
can-
we won't, and
We
he'll
can
go
go
out
from
and
one
show
end to
you.
the other, I mean,
Yeah.
or halfway in the middle, or
No
2 or
doubt.
3 places in the middle.
Because I was just doing the, what you call the math on, but I guess this quantity, I guess that's in your linear feet, that is, so I'm just using my road, like Battle Road, you got 8,400, that's linear feet, so that breaks down to about a mile, a little bit over a mile and a half. For sure.
What is the four sections on it?
I have a map here, and I can show you.
Midway's road is not all the way into parish, it goes through Slaughter too,
You go to
doesn't
the
it?
town.
Yeah.
Ray, is where we're doing it.
Do you know what you do? Not everybody.
The part of the road, that's fine. We need to-
I think if everybody's on board with something, we need to move on with it.
Like, if you don't see red, these questions.
Midway gets fixed, line road gets fixed, people subdivision up there.
And again, you move that,
But we need to,
the linear footage wherever you want it. It's just, I had to use a base to work.
Can we not add a line road to this? Since it's a main
No,
thoroughfare?
money like that.
we have to take away from something else.
Money like that.
We got.
You got 2.3 million feet.
So it's gonna be called out by someone in the survey section.
I've been taking it for years, baby.
President, do we need to go ahead and do we make a motion? I'd like to make a motion that we proceed in the.
Motion been made.
We got a second.
This is just kind of what's-
We can do that, or we have to. Well, I make the motion that we proceed and move on with these, projections that we got from OPEC.
Second.
More discussion. Finish what you want.
So your, this is the bid?
Yeah, what it
Yes,
is.
go ahead, get it out.
Can we add that she's looking for us on it?
Yeah, but that's all we did. Yeah, that's all part of it. So we need to go ahead and design, but that's all in the price.
Let me say that, part of design, we have 28 employees, there are 26 of us besides us too. We're available at your convenience to look at any, all, or part of these roads if you want to move, shift, or need questions, anything you need. That'll be part of the design process. Before we put it all on paper and bid it, I want everybody here to have their input.
And also, it's in front of Val and Bianca, they're not gonna charge us to come back up here, and they're not gonna charge you, talk to them. Right?
That's exactly right.
Mr. President, thank you.
Happy birthday.
I really like to meet with some of the jurors individually to talk about their districts because, as Bianca said, it looks like you have several areas that would qualify for CDBG roads.
Another thing I was gonna show y'all, so, just again, in the future, we also do like a road rating report, so like the city of Zachary, we wrote all the roads and rated them. And we've been like just updating them, and every year we do a program, so it's just, it helps plan ahead of time and for the long run, so just letting y'all know that we do it like that for the future, however y'all are. After this.
I definitely want to see the roads rated at some point, when somebody decides it's us.
Right, so we rate them from 1 to 5, and then, so then that way, it's like a, it's kind of a list that you can start from the worst to the least.
And we'll rate those roads for you and give it to you, but there are other things you need to look at. If it's a corridor road, the road that connects one part of the rest to another, that's more important than that is to me.
Any more questions? Call for the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.
You can get in touch with any of us through Mr. Hormack anytime. I'm available 24/7.
Yeah, let me ask y'all a question, since this money has to be spent, pretty sure by the end of June, we're gonna be okay by the time you decide.
I'll be on it tomorrow morning.
Ms. Arthur, how do you feel about June? I thought we had to make it.
Get it to the extension. And we usually start around the schools. School will be out before we start this. Yeah, you gonna push June, tell them no.
We'll give them a small window to work.
School be like the middle of May, so we have to.
I'm just worried about the end of June.
So,
Look at
For
it.
hurricanes.
since we on that particular, just in case, a lot of times you get in the start of the project, they usually,
Yeah.
give you a little room, to wiggle room, because you moving, you got the project started, so they,
And I'm sure they will.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd just rather not have to ask.
that's for sure, might have to ask for it, just get it started, they need a little more time, I'm quite sure they will do it.
I'm sure they will.
Sounds good.
I'd rather have it all finished.
That's for sure.
David, what did you say? We'll be that forward if you guys want to look at it.
If you don't mind, read it. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Let's move on, thank you. Approve 2024 liquor license for Popular 750 Highway 2. Second. Any discussion? Question from the audience? None in favor? Any opposed? Order is carried. It's going to be approved 2024 liquor license for Popular Country Store, 7656 Highway 2. Motion. What's on the salary?
Second.
With Mr. Thompson, any discussion? Question from the audience? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. It's going to approve 2024 liquor license for the Atlanta Hard Petroleum Incorporated, 9177 Highway 67. Mr. President.
Second.
Second by Mr. Miller. Any discussion?
Is that the, ready to go?
Ready to go, good to go over the call. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Next on the agenda, discuss the agreement. myself, and Ms. Emerald, and Mr. Bureau, especially from all over there. Any comments, Mr. Emerald?
The only thing I want to do is, I think we clarified everything today, that, this firm that's here right now is willing to burn what we have existing. It won't file the court, so we're gonna talk to them, Billy's gonna help us, with you, or who we met with this afternoon, is gonna, and Billy can probably help us too. Yeah, well, we can also get Billy to try to help us get a little better price, since they're already here, they don't have to mobilize. I wanna get everything burned. I think we were all pretty in agreement. We want everything burned at that site before hurricane season starts. Everything that we're gonna bring there from this storm, and everything that's there. And they also told us today that we don't have to separate it, which was good for us. We don't have to move the stuff we have there right now, we don't have to worry about it, nothing coming off site. The ash is gonna stay there. So it's not like, and Bolton's gonna have somebody on site checking every truck that comes in. And also, hopefully, when you get a chance to talk to Frosty late this afternoon, but we brought the trash truck that we thought we were gonna get fixed the other day. They told Frosty to bring it, and they believe that part of his sentence is defective. They're gonna look at it, if that's the case, we're gonna fix it for free. It's on down on the agenda, yeah. But the next two times, but that's all I have on all the bridges. Oh, and then again, y'all need to decide, you would recommend the three of us to start picking it up next Monday. We're gonna put it on the website, start tomorrow morning, if that's good. We're gonna pick it up for 2 weeks, and then stop a week, to give the people another opportunity to put it back out, and 2 more weeks, and we're done.
We could follow through and do it.
Yeah.
Give them an opportunity to.
Yes, yes, and we're gonna give them a definite deadline of when you gotta have all the stuff out. If not, we'll be picking up 6 months from now.
It's gotta be brought to the church, from
Yeah.
not going problem.
That's not going problem. So, anybody calls, the answer's no.
Mr. Lucia. State your name, please.
John Rusha. One of the things you might want to put on the website is when you bring it to the curb, make sure it's not put on the power lines if it's right there. Because that limits everybody, and 90% of our complaints in the past have been because it didn't get picked up and they got power line right over top of the pile. No truck driver's gonna kill themselves to pick up debris.
That'll be on the website, we can talk about that.
Thank you, Mr. Lucia. Okay, authorization to bid for a debris truck.
And this is the new one that, Mr. Kent and I talked about. All we're doing is asking for authorization to bid.
It's already been discussed about a truck there.
We talked about it,
We
look at it,
yeah.
I make the motion to do it.
I accept that.
Any discussion? Question from the audience? You all in favor?
Aye.
You opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda, authorization to repair truck number 15. Any questions?
And we got a price last year, or a person this year, for like 10,000. Frosty's going to call and make sure that's still good. I'd like to
Discussed that in the last
You
meeting.
need to leave.
I would like to go ahead and I need a motion to.
Move.
Second.
Okay.
Mr. LaCrae, second by Mr. Appointment. Any discussion? Question from the audience? You all in favor?
Aye.
Any
That's a
opposed?
question, again, are y'all putting a price limit on that, or just if it's over $10,000 to $12,000, go back to you all, or kind of go ahead and execute?
It's good fix.
We'll fix it.
Yeah, fix it.
Thank y'all.
Hurricane season coming to.
Thank y'all, I appreciate it.
Next on the agenda, authorization to approve repairs to ceiling at the parish courthouse, $11,780. 84 cents. There's no, you got $35,000 since the time period. You take this money to repair the court. That's not fair. They take care of the court.
We got the money to do it.
Yeah.
Motion.
Second. The job is same as Coach Chief. Any more discussion? Question from the audience? You all in favor?
Aye.
You opposed? Motion carries. Approve purchase of attachment for CSP, Cross Internet Connection
What, was the use for, I mean, Mr. Crosby's not here, so what were these planned to be used for?
I told he said, it's a park. It's a,
In here, did you look at
Yeah,
the?
but also-
Yes, ma'am, that's why I'm asking.
yeah.
So one of them, he mistakenly gave to me. It's the first one that said it's a, mulch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one. And he did say that's an attachment for the skid steer, it would be paid for out of solid waste.
I guess my question is for what purpose? What are we mulching if it's not handled by our contractors that we would need that for?
I think that's an attachment.
Yeah, this is for everyday use. I mean, this is something the contractor's not gonna do. This is something he wanted that, I wish he was here to explain exactly why he wanted. I may be wrong, telling you why he wanted it. But that was one of the things he said he wanted.
I'd like to add that we may involve an ice skid steer. And a skid steer is only as good as the attachment that you got. And so I'm all for having every attachment, just go with that skid steer, and they can put it on the trailer, go do any job. And I know it hadn't been utilized during the storm.
But we got the funds to do it, because it's coming out of solid waste, so we good with that.
And I, okay.
I make the motion that we buy the attachments.
Could we, separate the attachments into two different groups?
Well, we only need one of them.
That's the monkey with it.
Motor, yeah, the one that's on the back, I made a copy of it, and I asked him about it, he mistakenly gave me that.
So we don't need
The
to-
poster.
So you just want to over the cover and stop, slash, no,
No discussion. Motion for the article. And opposed?
Aye.
Number two, discuss Christian Press use of order 3601, right to form and for.
So I put this on here, it's for clarification purposes, the way our ordinance is written currently, it's in conflict with state law, that you'll see in the binders. It was an issue in Dr. O'Quinn's district, due to redistricting, it's in mine, and it is a number of poultry that are causing issues for some neighbors, and I wanted to clarify our ordinance so it wasn't in conflict with the state's. Basically, it just adds that the agriculture animals are exempt from the noise
Like a
of
rooster
nuisance,
crowing
I should
all
say.
that, yeah.
Hundreds of roosters
Crowing.
tied up, crowing.
You can't get a time out of rooster crowing, I think.
And so I guess for our purposes, we'd like to see if we can schedule a advertisement, so we can get that changed in our ordinances.
You don't have to. I mean,
Mr. Quillen,
we can discuss it.
you know what they want? Okay. Thanks, sir.
It's a good discussion, no action.
Okay. Mr. Quillen's not gonna agree, right?
Right. And it's only been a hardship there for T. Holt. It's only, is it? Put your mic to you.
State your name.
Tammy Houghton.
Don't do that.
They have a situation, where they need to move, and they need to live in her deceased father's tractor trailer.
Basically, my dad died 2 years ago. I just lost my mom in December. My boss broke my neck. Only 5 months out of surgery. I gotta have shoulder surgery next, and I've never been in this situation. This is all new to me. And my best friend gave me some land to live on. And right now, I've ordered the trailer, but I don't have the rest of the money yet to finish paying for it before they'll get it.
So you're asking to,
She needs, a 6-month,
Yes, ma'am.
hardship variance, and I'd like to make a motion. to do
I'll
that.
second that.
You have to take long to come back and apply for more period of time. Let me say something, please. Me, myself, as a juror, I have compassion for people. We here together to help you, not to hurt you. Most of them, it take a lot to beat people down with it. But I try to do a lot to help you. That's our job.
I've just never been in this
So,
situation.
it could be me, it
It
could
happens
be any
to
one
everybody.
of us.
Yeah.
Come to understand. It's not easy.
And it's okay.
It's okay, it's gonna be okay, I promise you.
If you need longer, come see.
6 months, just come back.
You want 6 months, you want 6 months, it's coming.
Yes, sir, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys, I really appreciate it.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Motion?
So,
All in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carries. Okay, community staff is implemented, recommendation for the benefit policy to include credit limit benefits. Well, now we have benefits, it's only two credit limit. That's a policy. We need that minute policy. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Put it on order.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly what amendments are we dealing with?
It's coming up.
The amendment to the policy is that the parish manager's annual leave is at the discretion of the police
Of the
bureau
police bureau.
with the recommendation from the
Yeah,
executive
coming
committee.
up.
It's what changed, that's the policy.
That's the policy.
amendment.
Amendment. The policy.
Hmm?
Okay. And motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
And opposed?
You.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
Okay, recommendation to approve benefit package for the parish manager, Mr. David Emerald. As you know, he's not taking retirement, he's not making overtime. And what he would like to do, he would give 4 weeks.
you got 3 on this.
Yes, you got it.
For the rest of this year.
Yes, the rest of it, but we give 4 or 5 years, but he has 3. And give him 3 weeks of this.
Say that again, Mr. Lewis, I wanna hear that. I can't hear you.
We can't.
Say it again.
He's an amendment, take a bill for the parish manager only, instead of the parish manager.
No, you pushed it away. Don't be pushed it away.
Because you give him 4 weeks vacation time. Because he don't take retirement, he don't take out hospital days, he don't make overtime.
Let me ask you a question.
Please do.
So when do you get the 4 weeks?
It's not,
When do you
Take
get
your name, please.
Glenn Sims?
You get 4 weeks after 5 years, only job.
4 weeks after 5 years? No.
No.
That ain't right. I think after 10 years.
This is totally different.
This,
This is what I asked for the package.
I'm listening.
It's 3 weeks for the remainder of this year.
Yes, sir.
Starting next year is 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
I did not take overtime, I did not take comp time, I did not take retirement, and I do not take.
You have to-
insurance.
Oh, I understand, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha, I understand.
This was me opting out all that. I do not roll over any vacation.
No, you don't.
Either take it or
Lose
lose it.
it. Gotcha, that's understandable.
So,
I just wanted to be clear.
yeah.
That's-
Only for the
This
parish
saving the
manager.
parish about $15,000 a year.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
We good? I'm good? Oh, yes, sir, I'm good now.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
But we'll stipulate parish manager only, okay? And we'll discuss, not in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carries.
Thank y'all.
Personnel committee.
We have not had a meeting, but I would like to schedule a meeting before we leave today, when we can be here. So, thank you.
Finance committee, Kyle Flynn.
I'd like to make a motion to approve of the invoices.
Second.
Any discussion? Question from the audience, anyone in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carries. Public works and services, Mr. Jason McCray.
I don't have anything right now, Mr. President.
Okay. Building property committee, Mr. Richard Allen.
Okay, we had a meeting and this, electric, this first one is, on Mr. Williams, he was replacing all the lights in the health unit with their money.
What do
All right, I'm putting that in the motion.
Second.
Wait for the order.
Yes.
Yeah.
Debbie Kemp. I'm assuming right now there are fluorescent fixtures in there and they're gonna put in LEDs?
They're gonna redo all the lights.
That's not a question.
They're going LED.
They're going LEDs. Have they thought about retrofitting from fluorescent to LED rather than replacing the whole pipe fixture? For $20, you can get 2 LED. I've done it. It's very reasonable. It's quick. You know, I don't know what kind of budget they have, but to just have someone come in here and say, and I'd like to know how many fixtures are there, because you divide that by that, you know, and are we spending $100 a fixture versus $80 a fixture versus $40 a fixture?
This is a turnkey job that they bid out.
You know, I don't have enough, I don't get to vote on it, but I don't think there's enough information that we have here, or the public knows.
I do know.
57 fixtures.
57?
Of 2 bulb fixtures and 56 of 4 bulb fixtures.
The jury has all the information.
And the description says it would be changing the
All 4
2 LED bulbs and rewiring to bypass the ballast.
Okay.
So you're basically retrofitting
Yeah,
fixtures
okay,
existing.
all right. But, I still think I'll be an overcost.
Mr. Russo, if you might, please.
Now, the other question is, y'all talking about the health unit, the entire building? And the reason I ask is I got an office, a couple offices over there, and I need to know how many to be there in there. There.
Some of the whole building.
Not the whole
building. That's how you build.
What I'm saying, this health unit, this health unit is the front piece,
The whole building.
okay?
And,
Just one quick question, I guess, for you asking, just so people have some clarity, if I was just sitting out, I want to know this question too. So was this the only bid that we acquired from First Electrical?
This was long before I got here.
This has been ongoing, this is before you all came, remember it came to the police jury, then Jeff, Mr. Chris was here. Jeff, he had Jeff to go out and do some more work, and then we got a different quote, from Ron, then the lights at the health unit, they aren't working. He having to replace them, so that's when Ron came in, and actually, he's still going with this quote. This may have been the 3rd time he had to come out, and this quote is from November.
I think you ain't gonna get too much more cheaper than what that is.
Yeah, and then to have to, for him to keep coming out and not doing the work, and, I mean, he wanted to kind of be like,
You can go put something out.
So I just wanted to ask, you know, because people may be always thinking the same thing, so I just want to put that on the table so we can have a discussion on that, so I just.
And I'm sorry that I didn't add, it's been going on a long time.
For sure, for sure.
Do we know how many fixtures?
yeah.
They got 250 altogether.
Now, as you know, Mr. Alvin myself discussing coming up building. We got to maintain our building, we got to take care of it. We don't, we're trying to build buildings for the young people. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, a retro kit for two lamps at Home Depot is probably, it's less than $25. So you're looking at, you know, $25 for a kit to do a 2 lamp, $50 for a kit to do a 4 lamp. It takes less than a half hour to do a fixture, like an old slow lady like me. You know, you get someone more in their prime, it should be a little bit faster. I think I'll need to rethink, or get, well, y'all have done all this research and not like that. But I don't know what they're charging y'all for what, you know, what they're getting and things like that. You might be able to buy the fixtures yourself, not through them, get a pallet from Home Depot or something like that and save some money.
It's got to be done by certified electrician. Our employees cannot do it.
No, that's fine. Now, I don't know if they're charging you an hour to do it though, too.
Those are the bills that Mr. Williams worked on for the last 4 years. I'm going to go to the, that's his recommendation coming through.
It's your money. Which is not my money. Which ends up being my money.
and that was for the proposition tax the taxes passed.
Okay, recommendation to accept proposal for Aaron Robin, LLC to repair a roof on this building. $32,000.
I'm having all in the package.
You can't vote.
I don't think we moved it.
No, we don't vote on that. We need to vote on
Great stuff. Got a lot of discussion on that. Just change the heart, let me know. All in favor? And opposed? Motion carries. The recommendation to accept the proposal from Aaron Robin, Jr., LLC, to repair roof at 40 years, main on $32,000.
I just got one question, that's gonna be a metal roof, it's gonna continue?
It's shameful.
Machine, architect shingles, and he had, he was given an 8-year warranty. And, everything goes on. And then he did say that if anything happened on the roof, there's no extras or wood and all that stuff you can use.
So
It's already, no extras, already in the cost. So that's one, one of the selling points.
We did have people proposal.
Yeah.
We did it out.
And one of his selling points, like I said, was because he was getting an 8-year warranty on the roof. You usually don't get that, so.
Yeah, if y'all saw, we put the package, he's in good standing with the Secretary of State there.
For sure.
What's the square footage of the building out of curiosity?
Yes.
67.
Yeah, but when it boils down to this, the funny thing was like 80-something squares of shingles. And just did the math, and we had to figure, I think we had, the amount we had on there, but I broke it down to, it was like 80-something squares.
You just cost you the same amount per square to put it on.
That is from the,
Whatever it costs.
that is the, not, it's the labor cost and the cost of the shingles, you might not want $100.
Yeah, they don't want to.
Right, that's what, that's what it costs, here, except that's what shingles.
I'm putting that in form of a motion.
I'll say.
You want to discuss? Question from the audience? I'm not all in favor? And opposed? Motion carries. Okay, Ms. Allen.
Okay, let's recommend, declare Morrison House surplus, with 1 acre of land, to put that out for auction.
Surplus.
Surplus, but also we're gonna auction it up. Seal bids,
Let me see if
we will stop us, we will do seal bids.
we appraise, we appraise.
And once you get it appraised, that's the base. You cannot accept a bid lower than that, you cannot. If anybody does not bid, say a price for 100, if your top bid is 99,000, you go all out, start all over.
It's all up to ten.
Yep.
Well, we priced it 2 years ago. 2 years.
Maybe.
Make it long, one.
Yeah, did have a motion?
We have a motion, now a second.
I make a motion on that.
Second. Any more discussion? You all in favor? And opposed?
Mr. Kent?
Yes, ma'am. Please come to the mic, please. Thank you. State your name, please.
I'm Violet Steelday. I'm on the board of directors and treasurer for the True Heart Feliciana, which is the organization, 501c3 nonprofit that has the agreement with the jury.
Yes, ma'am.
When Mr. Amrine and I had a discussion, there was some issue because of the agreement that the jury has with True Heart as to whether it can be sold. Is that right?
Well, my suggestion was to give it Mr. McQuillan and try to get it, because the lease, the way I read the lease, and Ms. Violet, I think read it the same way, it's in perpetuity. So you have to get True Heart, right, Mr. McQuillan, you'll have to get True Heart to relinquish their rights to it. You'll void the lease.
And I think that what we need to do is just look at it. I haven't looked at anything. This is the first time I saw it when it was on the agenda. I haven't heard anything about it. So we'll be able to talk about it. If they want to declare it surplus tonight, they can declare it surplus. It doesn't mean they have to proceed see, we're trying to sell it at this time. So we can talk about it later, is what I'm saying.
I understood that you had looked at the lease agreement.
Not recently, not in quite a while.
Okay.
I've seen it 4 or 5 years.
Any
What
questions?
is the lease agreement? This is the president of True Heart.
Yes. Mr. Marston is the president of True Heart, his wife Ann, and Mr. Marston's sister Mary.
Okay.
Marston House was their the family that owned the house.
Cody Michael, would like to state your name, people.
Lewis, how you doing?
Well, how you doing, sir?
I'm Jimmy Marston. Marston House was built by my great-great-grandfather Henry Marston. And I hope that's not Henry. I just, first let me say I want to thank all of y'all for everything you've done for the Marston House. And that's really all Val and I have been trying to do is keep the whole house looking nice and not falling down. And to do anything we can do with it here in the parish to help out to do good deeds. So, and that's been our mission at True Heart. And if it suits the jury better for us to take possession or buy it or whatever to get it to keep going, we'll do that. If we stay like we are, I'm happy with that. But I just want to thank all of y'all for everything that you've done through these years, and I feel like I'm home down here. So, thank you.
Let me ask a question
Please
then.
do.
If True Heart wants to keep it, and they have a lease in perpetuity, that's what I'm saying, is can you clear up the lease to where you can put something in it, you have to ask Sam to make sure, I'm sure you can, where all the maintenance goes over to True Heart. And that may be, I don't know whether Mr. Marston will agree to that,
Yeah.
or what, but then that way it stays with True Heart. Yes.
Yeah.
I just want to clear up one thing. I really appreciate when y'all have the crew come over there and cut the grass and keep it up, but that's all you do. Mr. Amrine.
Oh, I know. And that's what
all
I'm
you
saying.
do.
But I'm-
You're looking at the man that does everything else.
I know, but that's, and look, I'm glad he does.
Me
I'm
too.
trying to make it legal to where that he doesn't go dump money in something that he may or may not win the bid on. I'm just trying to make it to where it will stay with True Heart. That's my only suggestion. You see, because, yeah,
Right.
and that way you can just, because the lease that I saw, it's in perpetuity.
We looked at it.
Yeah,
We did.
yeah, so, there, Sam to look at it to make sure, but I'm sure that's what it was.
We're gonna
No,
work,
it's in perpetuity.
go work your lease, and if you wanna maintain the fine, keep it in your family.
You're gonna rework the lease?
You're gonna have to rework the lease.
And just for clarity, you know, you use your word perpetuity, I know what you mean, but for those who did, it's like it doesn't have maturity.
Forever.
It's like forever.
Forever.
That's right, it's like sitting there forever, don't mature.
So, I mean, that would be what I would
That's what you want, Mr. Martin.
That would.
Like you say, good with either way you do it.
Yeah, we really keep it in your family.
But before y'all act on that, you really need to pass that, and let me go ask Sam. But you go ahead and do
We can say this,
I just make a motion, we table this till a later date, we'll bring it back to be visited at the next meeting.
Let's see.
Until later on this evening, it looks like you're speaking to the attorney right now.
We tabled everything till next month.
Y'all from Clearfield, right? Where you from?
Pardon me?
Where you from?
Shreveport, we're from Shreveport.
Yeah, no. They talking to Sam right now.
Let's move on. Yeah, let's get it.
y'all did already?
Yeah, I got one more.
Mr. Oliver?
Yeah, I mean, well, we just got to say, Sam said, we don't have to act on it right away.
Yeah, but you made a motion.
We made a motion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
you gotta rescind it.
Yeah, okay, I'll make the motion that we see.
That's it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, the next item is the old, county aid office school. It's do the same thing with it, but it does not have any land. And in the discussion, I don't, we didn't discuss whether it was gonna be to be moved or torn down. So, I guess we need to have a deep discussion about that. Yeah. All right, I'll make a motion to take that.
All in favor?
And Mr. You will get there, something, and there's it, have to come out.
Yes, that's rough, like old,
Yeah, some hot, some home.
Yeah, we got
Old,
pilots
old,
and stuff. Yeah. We got a whole bunch of stuff still up in there. We gotta remove that. But we got cots and all, we lost for Homeland Security and the parish in there. Needs to be half
It was
percent to
911
DPW. Yeah, we have all that still.
Well, I'd like to say for the rest of the bureau, we had heard from this man, while he's going through things, and he's the one, we definitely want to see us in that. It's gonna lay down, so that's where that come about, is trying to make some changes, get rid of things that we don't need.
Congratulations on the work.
It would be nice if we could just say, hey,
Okay, next on the agenda, administrative.
You did have something on, come back to me? So we have
We don't have credit for it.
Yeah, we're gonna look at the financial advisor. We can get with them and get some things in order and straight, and you'll have your treasurer's report. We're still working with the auditors on the audit, Ms. Jackie, Scarlett has, so that kind of threw us back with some things that was needed from the financial advisor. But as soon as we can get, we walk it through the audit and, some things straight with our financial advisors, then you'll have the report. I'm gonna give you true numbers. So there's nothing that, you all approve tonight that couldn't be approved.
I want to state something. I'm looking up, recommend every year be able to sign a check. I think they have a problem. They don't signature it one more time. Now they will come over. Now they will come over. Why don't you go over there? This particular one that had 200 years of jurisdiction alone, he wants to make the change every year. Every year, gets signed.
Oh, we do that.
Didn't we vote on that?
Yes, you wrote it on it, and you
I
changed your
don't
mind.
care about signing checks. Whoever wants to sign checks, sign checks.
There's plenty of opportunities this week, come up here. Right? Look at this one.
In 29 years, I never missed it. Never had it. That's part of my job. I'm coming. That's what it should be. He will have to do the same. A lot of people, when you don't want to be involved, you send them to jury.
So basically, just getting president and vice president, just be taken care of.
Finance chair.
Finance.
But you don't need the two seconds.
You live in two cities. No, trade.
Thank you, sir.
Go back up, we'll get you out.
That money has to be spent by the end of June.
What is that?
The 75,000 you got from Central Pine Creek last year, that has to be spent by the end of June. So if we're gonna come up with, I would use 32,000 here,
For the-
use 11,000.
For the quarter.
And then, what's on here? I would like to, and you use it 32 here and 11 over there, gives you 30, and leaves you 32 left, so. Jeff wants to look at getting the sprinkler system fixed at the court, and also the, light system. And I don't know whether you're going to do that in the time frame they're getting. I'm sure Central Pine Creek will give you an extension if he sees that you're moving forward. Kind of like we said, that you're moving forward project. That's,
Mine's understanding, I don't wanna lose.
oh, no, we're not gonna lose it. I
And
promise
that's
you
the
that.
thing, it took so long to decide, I mean, this appropriation, this was way last year, we could never, figure out what you all want to use it on. So now that you all get through the cooperative endeavor, and then say what you want to spend it on, and we look to start some business and things, and it's like, oh, we have to do it by year.
And I will call Central Pine Creek, I can't imagine, you know, like I said, if you tell them, they don't want to take your money back. They really don't. They just want you to spend it when you give it. No, but like I said, they want you to spend it when you get, when they give it to you, they expect you to spend it.
Don't we already have a bid on doing the lights? On doing the lights at the courthouse? I mean, I know it's more than the $30,000, but don't we already have a bid that we could move on that?
How long ago?
It's probably no good.
We got Broncos held in.
I'll ask Jeff tomorrow morning.
Jeff, anything else? Move on. All this treatment is down to business man in town right now.
Hey, we hadn't had a whole lot happen in the last week, so. Yeah. Wednesday, we pretty much lost power in all the parishes except out in the Bluff Creek area. And fortunately, I live there, so that was one of the few storms that hadn't tore us up out there. But we lost power in the entire parish, energy, and most of Demco areas on it. We filed a state of emergency early Thursday morning, and we filed it about the same time everybody else in the parish filed their state of emergency. Because I went through there pulling up all the other parishes, and we were all at the same time period filing it. The governor today filed a state of emergency for the state of Louisiana. The parishes they're looking at right now is Point Capite, East and West Feliciana, St. Tammany, Tangipahoa, and they're looking to see any other parishes that might have been damaged by it. We gotta have $98,000 in damage in this parish. That won't be a problem meeting that, because just the debris contract's gonna be over that. So we'll meet our state. If FEMA, we meet the state of Louisiana meets the FEMA number for damage in the state is 9.8 million, and from what we've been told, that won't be a problem. Because we count Demco, because they're not a private organization, they're public. Any work Demco had to do in this parish counts toward our $89,000 like, we're way over it. So tomorrow, I'm updating Web EOC for the GOSEP. Hey, to put some numbers in, I'm getting numbers from other individuals today, hey, all the different stuff, but we're gonna be way up there in money.
I have a question for you, Mr.
Yeah.
For the guys that work in the Department of Public Works, you know, in the past, I've been in different situations, so when they go out, say they come out for time and a half, that should fit that FEMA refundable money, is that correct?
They only pay for overtime. Now, that's why I asked them today for the payroll, procedure, because we're gonna have to come back and modify it, I already know that for the future. So we have to go in there, whatever you have for your procedure that is in place when the disaster hits, is what you have to go by. We can change it, we're gonna have to change a whole bunch of stuff,
Because
on how we do.
like, let's make a question, but you got guys sitting at home and everybody sitting calling, you call
Yeah.
these guys out, and you want to do, okay, yeah, I'm going to work this out.
Right.
Not only help the community, but also
Yep.
help myself and my family as well by being.
And a lot of it was hard to get here.
Exactly, so that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, if they come out, we
But-
should be compensating
Yeah.
those guys with more than just.
To give you an idea, we pretty much divided this parish in half, because 412 was blocked, 955 and 10 was blocked. Every road, that cut through was blocked, all the way up to 422. There was no way you could crisscross over because we had power lines and all the trees in those incidents. So, that's something that we were in a bind on.
For sure, and I just want to make sure that,
Yep.
you know, people come out in those, named disasters.
Yep.
and people will take care of them most of the
That's
time.
why we want to get this procedures all looked at, hey, get our disaster policy in place, so we'll know how to handle it, because we had some meetings and all today right there. And Billy right here, he's with HTA, he is our company that's helping us with all this today. They went out in the field. The two worst roads we had that was hitting the parish was Beach Grove Road and Ellis Road. I rode every one of them this week. There's not a road I didn't go down. We took pictures of it. Billy and them went out today. They took pictures. They found some that are still moving. Hey, we still had trees coming down this weekend, guys. Hey, we're supposed to have another little storm come through. We're gonna have more trees fall. We'll be calling DPW out this weekend to come back and clear more roads. Because we got a lot of trees that are leaning right now. There's nothing we can do about it till they drop.
Should fall after the storm.
Yeah, we had them falling all the way up to Saturday, they were calling me.
But just, Billy's gonna answer your question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hey, come on up there.
Philip O'Shea, Program Manager for HGA, the Parish Disaster Emergency Management Facility. So your question is, when the parish files a declaration, you go back to your pay policies and you have to look at the individual employees throughout the parish, their job descriptions. Okay, make sure it's within their scope and they're identified job descriptions that this jury voted on. Once the declaration has been filed, they will file it, and anything after that, for your pay policy, is reimbursed after, as far as the overtime and the time and wage.
And I found out today that all public works does not come out, which I don't understand. When you have a disaster, everybody works in public works should be out. Everybody.
One of the recommendations that we made in the past to the
So,
jury.
before you move on here, Mr. Allen, he said all public, what they scheduled to work, or did they have, what he told us to get home?
Wednesday's scheduled work day.
So did they all come?
Evidently that they didn't all come. I've not talked to Frosty yet.
Well,
Sam told us out this morning.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I know, but there again, from what Mr. Billy's telling you, is you know, Wednesday's the regular work day. Until you get past 10 hours, you don't get overtime.
Is that correct? Because I know the name is
You
asking.
didn't
because I
file
was
your
on-
declaration until.
Thursday morning at 7 o'clock.
Until what? On Thursday.
So one of the recommendations that we made in the past, speaking with specific members of the jury or had our status meetings, is you need to take and identify essential personnel.
Yes.
The parish this size, all your public works,
Mhm.
and everyone needs to be classified as essential personnel, for sure, everyone. All we have a little administrative staff here, building official, all need to be classified as such a person. And that is something that we've seen in the other 47 parishes that we're working in within the state. They have very, very limited staff that are not considered essential personnel for that reason. Something else I definitely would recommend, and we made a recommendation on, is you need to be more specific in your job descriptions, and your pay policies.
And also discuss the contract of the supervisor and me. Now, done the work.
That we will do from now on.
So they didn't
feed,
need to-
we will feed public work.
We will feed them,
Yeah.
yeah, done it work, we will feed public.
Could not believe they were not feed.
So one of the things that you can do is, a small purchase on the state procurement, which is, from what I've read on the procurement policies for East Feliciana Parish, is you can do a bid. There's not a bid for cake. Now, you can't feed everybody ribeyes, lobsters, and stuff like that, by no means. But you can provide a breakfast, a lunch, something simple, and then a hot meal in the evening. But place it out for bid. You get 8 or 10 bids, don't get stuck with just 1 or 2, selecting 1 or 2. Select more than that. Select more outside East Feliciana. Of course, you like to keep parish money within the parish, but if you put all your assets and resources in East Feliciana Parish, the whole parish was out of power for several days. Now you're gonna have a bunch of guys that are hungry, and you didn't follow your own procurement policies and your contracts that you had in place. We know within, like in North Louisiana, their contracts go all the way up past Arkansas and Oklahoma. The jurisdictions we work with over there. So it's something to think about.
Like when feasible, we're using East Feliciana, but whenever it's not feasible with other, say, electricity or
Yeah,
whatever.
but you can pick more than one. I mean, even the state, even GOSET has contracts with folks just to send it out. I mean, I met with the director, multiple times, to spoke with them, and been in a 100-day transition. Don't limit yourself and tie your hands to just stuff here in the parish. You gotta think outside the box, think big picture, big things. Look back at Gustav tonight, 2016 flood. This parish was hindered for weeks. Okay? If you tied all your resources in, just East Feliciana Parish would have got nothing done.
He was still been on.
Because there was nothing over. It's just something you need to think about.
He was still on employee. It's been better to.
But the big thing is to do contracts and follow your policies. Okay? If you don't follow your policies, you'll raise red flags, you take a chance of not being reimbursed. And document everything. The work orders, BPW does, I mean, across from them, they own it. I mean, they've identified some roads today that we looked at. And again, I want to commend y'all to BPW, those men and women over there today.
Oh,
The last
yeah,
couple
I
of
do.
days, they
Frosty
jam up.
Frosty did a fantastic
Especially for a
job.
small parish, little parish, you know, it's a first class job.
One quick question before you take the seat and to Mr. President as well. Just say if you're watching the news, Mr. Darren Miller know, just give you an example right now. Okay, it's Monday, and we know we may have a potential storm coming Thursday. Can we make a declaration in accordance before it actually happens?
We can pre-fill one out and have it ready before it
Yeah,
hits.
because if you guys come
Yeah.
out, I'd like to see them be taken care of,
Because
not waiting.
here's one of the problems we had, we lost all cell phone service.
For sure.
I mean, we couldn't get cell phone service for a day. So what we decided to do, anytime we file an emergency declaration at 4 o'clock every evening, we're gonna meet in my EOC. Everybody's gonna come in, whatever they worked on that day, whatever issues we got, we need to work the next day. We'll hash it out there. Okay, here's what we need to work on tomorrow.
I just want to be clear on the, like I said, I've been on a particular thing where they would, you know,
Oh, yeah.
like forecasting it before,
Yeah.
make the declaration, so if it does happen, you prepare. And wait
We
till
did.
afterwards, then you guys can work and you trying
Yeah.
to not.
It doesn't cost you a dime to follow a declaration from the parish.
That's right.
As long as it happens, it doesn't happen.
Right.
Now,
Exactly, that's what I'm.
but you need to make sure your declaration's legit.
Yes, for sure.
So do you
That's it.
advocate that we're supposed to have, I mean, I'm hearing that we're supposed to have bad weather again, but not as bad as it was.
It's not.
Do you advocate that we, I mean, do you
Watch
suggest?
the weather,
that we
this is
do that?
Louisiana. 2016 flood, we weren't supposed to have, 4 inches of rain.
Right.
We had 38 inches of rainfall in 36 hours. 96% of the parish was underwater.
And needed every one of those guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and one thing I will tell you all, that Billy and I are gonna work on some policies, so this does not happen again. Billy's agreed to help me. And
Pro
also,
bono.
I will have it in place to where everybody in this parish will know exactly what they're supposed to do. It will not be left for judgment or anything. Everybody will have a job when, if a hurricane gets in the Gulf, they will have their job and they will know what to do, whether it's getting a generator, getting fuel, getting food, everything. It will all be spelled out.
At 120 hours out, East Feliciana Parish should have their generator. The first 72 hours is on you. You're on your own.
It's on
Be
you.
self-sufficient. Now, can East Feliciana be self-sufficient on their own? Not if they have another 2016, but I can tell you, FEMA headquarters, in Texas, we reached the 6th last week, and based on the National Weather Service, they're already projecting 24 hurricanes for this hurricane season. It's gonna be pretty, they're projecting a pretty tough year. It's been quiet for a few years. You know, look at historically what we've had here in the parish, you know. Just off the night before the 2016 flood, what was hammered up here in East Feliciana, you know, so. But the policies, you've got to revise those policies and update them and be specific on job descriptions. Because if you have someone acting outside their normal job description, those tasks they were assigned with, the government reimbursement.
Okay, so that's what you, so if the guys find out, if some of the guys work for the declaration when done until Thursday.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a motor grader operator.
Hey, but on that, I pre-file Wednesday. Hey, notify GOSEP that we're filing a declaration here, so they were notified on Wednesday. We did the official one that Mr. Lewis signed Wednesday morning, Thursday morning. But we already entered in Web EOC on Wednesday that we were filing a declaration on there. They were notified then.
I've got a call placed in for the deputy director of GOSEP to see what we can do, work with y'all on this and see what we can do.
Yeah.
So basically, the guys that came out Wednesday, we work for free.
No, you got paid, you work hours.
I know you get your 10 hours, but when that text come out, the text come out twice. Text come out, don't come out to 12. The next text came out, don't come out at all. That's what the text said. Frosty, I stayed on the phone with Frosty the whole minute. So I came to work, I was on the Frosty, I was talking to Frosty coming to work. His phone cut off. That's why a lot of guys did not know, because how the text was sent out. That's when a lot of guys didn't come out. And some couldn't get out.
So that was my biggest thing, you know, you have to call these guys, we gotta try to find a way to compensate them.
We have to be here before the storm hits.
Right. That's my take on it, you know, more people to come.
Yeah. Because I sent a weather alert out to a bunch of the town people in the parish, and it says on there, hey, I give you an update, I give you the GOSEP maps, what their prediction on tornadoes, wind, flooding, hey, all that is on that chart. It shows you what time of the day is coming through your area. It gives you a whole breakdown on it. And I usually put comments on it too, just to say, hey, watch this. The flooding's not gonna be bad, but, hey, the wind's gonna be bad.
I can tell you another jurisdiction, if I say jurisdictions, parishes, and even municipalities that we work with, that if they have it to where they cannot come to work, they still draw their, we have seen, but you know your budget, they draw their regular full salary.
Right.
If they make the call out,
That's what
it's a time and a half.
That's what I was.
Now, I will tell you, but that's up to y'all, that's not for me to decide. All I can do is I can review it and tell you, hey, this is what we've seen, other jurisdictions, that has been done for reimbursement.
Exactly what I was.
But now, I can tell you, there was one jurisdiction we worked with, that you got your straight time, and then on a holiday, you got time and a half, and after your 12-hour shift, you got triple time.
Right.
Those days are over with. You're not gonna get this, I mean, you had folks that were making, $15 an hour, was pulling in $8,000 a month.
That makes sense. We just talking about the disaster, you know, people come out.
And also something we talked with, Mr. David and Frost and Darrell today, is to ensure that the parish has the updated, FEMA cost studies, tracking volunteer hours. We identified 2 buildings that the parish owns as damages. We identified 2, roads that were damaged. Got with Frosty, he's gonna take a full maintenance record so we can all that. So Frosty's definitely come a long ways in the disaster response since 2016. Again, I mean, that's a lot. I mean, guy with 12, 15 years of experience, he's really Johnny on the spot with it. He's got a good understanding of it. Which saves the parish money in the long run.
You got a bad hurt in your mind,
So I think that for you and Mr. David are gonna get
get together
Yeah.
when to decide the.
Pretty soon.
Yes.
Like, hopefully, I want them to get doing what they're doing right now. And then next week, I mean, you should pretty much be,
So what we're gonna do is we're taking the data that we collected today. Tomorrow, even if I close the business for us, this is probably about 7 or 8 o'clock. I'm gonna send it over to our GIS department, and we're gonna do an overlay on maps, so that your contractors, there's no guesswork, so they're not trying to pick up stuff that wasn't damaged or wasn't from this storm or this weather event here.
We
Okay, so
spoke
it's
with
specific.
him, he's waiting on that.
Sir?
We spoke with him already, he's waiting on that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's how it is.
So we're gonna take and have all that put together, submit it to Darrell, and Darrell will give you the contract. And also, like Mr. Davis mentioned, with the monitoring firms that's gonna be there, you got monitors in the field, you got monitors at the dump site. And we looked at Darrell's permits today that he took, and he worked with DEQ, and the permits all over the dump site.
So I have something, and because today was our payroll processing day, I did hear you say something about a regular work day, and then we also talked about the Wednesday and Thursday. You put a call in, if Wednesday is good, we do have job descriptions. Say for instance, he is a motor grader operator, so for him to come in Wednesday and work, it would have been outside of his normal job description. Is that eligible for
Then we capture
reimbursement?
that, because that's outside of his normal scope of work, daily duties, then it could be reimbursed.
but if you don't have policy,
You gotta have it in policy.
That's why we have to get that policy to look at, to see.
So I was told after the 2016 flood, we had given some copies of pay policies and job descriptions here at Feliciana. And we constantly asked and said, yes, they were updated. You've got policies somewhere in a white binder. Somebody voted on it, somebody put it together. There is policy somewhere in y'all's office.
Joe, thank you.
Well, I just know that in the past, and if these policies have not been updated, I know we're going through things now, waiting on reimbursement or overtime. So what's the difference?
You follow the law, what you normally do on your pay policies. That's what FEMA's going to reimburse you, is what your sheriff pay policy says.
Back to Dexter's question, is there any way when we know we're gonna have a storm, we don't know what the damages are gonna be, we don't know anything like that, that we can actually ask for volunteers from DPW or whatever and house some here with our equipment, rather than them having to get to our equipment? Can we house them?
Volunteers or your current staff?
Current staff,
That's been done before, that's
You
why.
can
I'm not saying it would be an assigned thing of your current staff, but say, okay,
If somebody decides they want to be on a
we
volunteer.
have 4 or 5 people volunteer from our staff to
To be
stay
on that crew.
and be on that crew, and that way they're with the equipment if they have to.
We have done that.
They have done that before.
We have done it.
Yeah.
everybody will know exactly what their job is before the hurricane season starts. That I promise y'all. Everybody.
And will that include that kind of thing?
Everybody will have exactly where they were supposed to be. And it's different up here, how y'all gonna pick and choose who you gonna hire. I say house them all. Make it just pay them. I mean, good says you'll get reimbursed.
Yes.
But
If you
gotta have
get a
the policy.
declaration, if you get a
If you get
declaration.
a declaration,
That's why I say we have to
and
do
you
it.
gotta have the policy.
That's right.
And you gotta stipulate what the policy's gonna say, and what's it gonna
It's
mean.
got to be defined.
And like I said, my biggest thing was when they come out, because most people at home just hunkered in, but you wanna pay these guys that time and a half, so you gonna pay them going to work, like I have to. Yes, yeah.
Some of them aren't gonna wanna do it, maybe they got some 4 kids at home or
Yeah,
something like that,
exactly.
so.
Those who come out and
Well,
spend.
there again,
Let's get compensated, that's right.
no.
But as of right now, they won't. I mean,
Yeah, let's see.
We've also seen other jurisdictions where you don't come out, you don't get paid.
That's true.
If you're evacuating, you don't get paid.
That's for sure.
You know?
Yeah, but if you come out, I can see it as a disaster, man, you get time, man. That's just my perspective. Opinion on that. That's what it should be, and that's what it should be.
You can write that in the policy.
That's right, like the policy, so those people that come out here, man, these guys, want to come out and help the community, you know, just gonna get straight time, okay, like, stay at home, and be safe.
Right.
You don't have no right to lie, you know,
That's true.
Billy, can you get us some samples so that
Absolutely.
the personnel committee can look at what you, I mean, because there's no
I give you
sense
some
in reinventing
examples.
the wheel.
Absolutely.
We'll get with you, we're gonna set up a personnel committee meeting in the next,
You tell me right now.
so I'll just let you know when that meeting.
What is it called? Just
Reach out to the-
They'll be together.
Yeah, the question's good. Yes.
Okay, just to let you know, the fire department and 911, we have a policy for them. We do not go out at 35 miles an hour or stronger sustained wind, because if you're out then, you got a possibility of a tree falling on our equipment. So we use that. I mean, 911, I wrote the policy. They stamped it, said, we're gonna follow that. And if you look around, a lot of the fire departments on the Gulf, they use the same policy. Miami-Dade, California, Florida, they use the same policy, 35 miles an hour, because you can't get back. During an ice storm one year, it took us an hour and a half to go from Plank Road back down to 959 to 63. So,
One of the things I want to mention, standby time is not reimbursable. I just want to make sure everybody's clear on that, because I know that.
Standby time would be the time that they're staying
yeah.
they're
No.
overnight waiting for the.
You sit there
It's
saying,
not a whole call.
you've got to be in the field working.
Yeah.
Standby time is not eligible in any.
And something we have talked about today, we have to document every tree we cut. If we shove it out of the way, we have to take a picture of it with GPS on it. I did that this weekend. I went to every tree we found down, took a picture of it. I got GPS on it, the address. My wife was sitting right there in the passenger seat with a spreadsheet, writing down where it was, the GPS coordinates. Because when Billy got here this morning and said, I need a copy of it, I got it at the office. We go back and get it.
I'm a true believer, document everything.
We have to document everything, or FEMA say, we're not taking this.
What I'm off from you, nothing.
Right. So all the workers, we're gonna have to figure out a program. I think, I know HCA use SoLocate, but it's like 99 cents out to put on your phone. If we gotta pay the members, a fee right there to put it on their phone, because if Sims is out there, Glenn's out there taking pictures, he's gonna probably be using his own phone, or we're gonna spend a whole lot of money on phone. Right. Yeah, so we'll have to figure a way out on that.
Yeah, I get you alert all the time. You can get it from me. Give me the address before they don't see you.
Yeah. Because I'll show y'all pictures on there where it was hit. The major parts were hit was between Highway 10, 422, 67, and 19. There's two strips right down the middle of those areas right there. And you can see it where we took all the pictures of the trees where the two major lines went through. They're running down it.
That some straight line wind wasn't a hurricane.
Yep. The tornadoes did not touch down. But National Weather Service advised, hey, we have the possibility of one touching down. It never reached down, but if you look at the trees on a straight line wind, they lay one direction. If the tree is twisted, that's a tornado. If you remember a couple of weeks ago, I was talking about the one that come from 955 all the way to 959 and killed the lady on Green Springs Road. That was straight line winds that went that one path going down through there. This one had tornadoes that never come all the way down and straight line wind mixed in with it. The strongest winds we had in 10 years. Well, we see that.
Anything else there?
Okay. We picked up 2 pallets of tarps this weekend. When we get rain, call 911. Call 5459, the non-business number. I'm keeping tarps up there. I think I got 5 left that we passed out because people had holes in their roof. They could see the limbs in it. So we've been giving tarps out. I went and got 2 more pallets of them from Go Sell. And if we run out of those, we'll go get some more.
Can we put that on the website if
Yeah.
they're available?
Yep. So we always have somebody there. All they have to do is buzz them in.
Kelsey put it on, she behind.
Yeah. All right, we got 3 things we need to do. We gotta do a task order for HGA, that's with Billy and them's company. They're helping us with all this, because it is physically impossible for me to do all this. I mean, I spent 45 hours this weekend working on all this stuff. So we need to do for the first motion for a task order for HGA.
We can't make a motion.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let you know, we can do it next time, or do we need a special meeting?
I need to look on it.
Okay, we'll set a special meeting. I'm gonna tell you what we gotta do, a task order for HGA to handle all this. We gotta sign a pre-contract with Boker. Boker is our monitor that's gonna come out here and make sure Series is the company that's gonna come out and do the actual debris cutting, all that, hauling it out to 959 to the old Blairstown sawmill. And then we have a spot right there, we gotta get with Dr. Hayes where we have already pre-approved to burn it. So we've done all this, but we got it approved by FEMA and the state DEQ back in September 15th of last year.
Now, I make a point right now to call a special meeting, 6 o'clock on Wednesday.
Okay.
6 a.m.
6 o'clock on Wednesday.
Can you hear me?
This Wednesday?
It's coming, if we get this taken care
Miss
of.
Harris won't be here.
But
Well, I just wanted to know.
Yeah, we can do it without it.
But,
Miss Nikki said she could be here.
Are we going to do Thursday?
I think we better.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, let's go, I know she's off Wednesday, Thursday, let's go and do it Thursday. Because we had damage to DPW warehouse members, and Yamisha had damage to her house where a tree fell on.
Let me suggest, how many of y'all work? I mean, that can't come in during the day.
I would keep doing right.
I work shift work, so it isn't.
I can't make it. I work every day.
So, can we do Wednesday or not Wednesday?
What's the plan is there?
I'm not available either day unless we can do it in the middle of the day. Everybody else, I can wake up and call.
What's the plan? I can get anything. I have a plan there.
You say Yamisha can't be here, we can still do it without her being here?
Yeah.
Miss Nikki's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Miss Nikki.
I'll figure out later.
Okay.
So
We can't,
with that-
I'm gonna say to you, we cannot put our plans out, so we can't be here, what we got people in order to take the money. We cannot put our plans out, somebody can make a meeting, or they can't be here. So everybody's out, listen.
And Series and Volker cannot get started on anything
Until
until they
we
have a
get to the
contract.
pay.
so they need an additional contract from the contract that they are.
Yeah, we have to do it, we got a
And they work
contract
up their
signed for
contract?
them, but this one has to have the dates and all on it to be able to start on everything. And
So
we
it's
just have
like
to
a notice
approve
to
it.
Go back to
proceed?
the agenda.
Yeah, it's a notice to proceed. They call it a free contract.
They didn't do it on that.
We have a contract with them, we just have to activate it.
Would you ask them if we can just do a notice to proceed? Would they have?
We can wait, we can wait, we can
Now
wait.
that it's busy.
We have, since we have.
Yeah.
You got a contract with them, so what you do is, you gotta take it out and vote it on, you gotta have a resolution so that you can take it reimbursed. It's not, it's like they started work without reimbursed. They won't be able to start.
Well, we have to briefly move on the agenda, we like to back it up and go for it, do it tonight. We approve it, we have approved it. We have to now tell you what it is, what it is.
I mean, all you doing is giving the parish president the authority to sign the agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we do.
That's all.
I make a motion that we, allow our parish president to sign the agreement that we're talking about.
I second.
We can can't just put things off, look at things done.
So, yes.
You put things off, I think,
Yeah.
no.
That's one with
Boca and Sirius
Yes, Sirius.
and whatever else.
And then Darryl just stated that we already have a contract.
Right.
All we're doing is.
You have an existing contract with them.
Yeah, that y'all already approved.
Right.
Yes.
All you doing is activating.
All you do, that's right. You have a pre-existing contract with it, that's for a 3-year term, with your options for both of those terms. So we need a copy of the resolution that you just made, in order for Mr. Lewis to sign the contract, and then all the resolutions, we all vote on it. For those contracts to be activated, we need copies of those as well, so we can submit it.
Contact that with you. Now, motion to accept this. Yeah, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
That's all, motion carried. Okay, now.
I got one question for Darryl. I know y'all are keeping it. Darryl, are we using, the system that we were using for notifying people? Are we using Nixle? Because I had several people ask me, they didn't get any Nixle alerts. Are we using it? What are we telling them? Are we still using Nixle?
Yeah, we're using, we're getting ready to do a test on the iPod right now. But we updated them on Facebook, on the 6 sites on it. We went in there and put on it, but we're doing one in the morning. On the parish websites and social media, we're gonna have the same thing said across all the sites. So they know on where to put the debris to be picked up, when we're gonna start all this. That way they know.
We could have used Nixle to say, the road was closed, this was that. I mean, are we using, you're still not saying,
Okay.
are we using Nixle?
No.
He said, you.
Yeah.
He said, iPod.
He said,
No,
you-
iPods is the new one. iPods is the new, Nixle will be being used, but we go into what they call iPods that falls under Nixle, that nationwide. But yeah, we're still using Nixle, but you can't put every road that's out on there.
But we didn't use Nixle during this storm, or
No.
did we? Okay,
No.
all right. So people are still connected, it's
Yeah.
just was not sent.
Yeah.
Any questions? Thank you. Okay, commission report for planning zone, the next Tuesday, 6 o'clock. Okay, fish and chamber comments?
Oh, shit.
You part of the chamber, man.
Oh, and Nikki. But, our meeting for last week was postponed until Thursday. Nikki, she'll know where it is, but the chamber will meet on Thursday.
Public comment. Public comment.
I ain't public, but I gotta comment.
Thank you,
Yes, sir. I'm gonna be the public tonight. My name is Glenn Sim. I'm not speaking on behalf of DPW. I'm speaking as a citizen of this parish. I work for the sheriff department 20 years. I've been here 18 years. They got 235 gravel roads, plus you added on some more. Those gravel roads get in bad shape. Sometimes people can't cross them. We got gravel roads right now that people's going down in the ditch trying to get around. If we don't keep these roads maintained, the parish is complaining. We listen to the complaints. I listen to police complaints. These roads need to be maintained. How we kept up our roads, we ran in rotation. And on weekends, we kept our bad roads in shape until we got around to them. Right now, we at a standstill. And then you got vehicles that get to a road and they got a trench across it, they can't cross it or tear up their car. If someone, I've been a cop, if someone have a wreck on that parish road and y'all have called that road in and the peoples have called that road in, on that accident report, it's gonna state is that what type of shape that road is in. Y'all gonna be liable for them people's vehicle if it gets towed.
So why are we not taking care of the roads? So what's the?
I don't have that answer, sir. I'm just bringing it to your attention. I've talked to Frosty and I've talked to Miss Gwen. And we did it Miss Gwen way. But right now, our hands are tied. I have no answer for that. I'm just bringing it to your attention.
Liberty Road is awful.
And I do eliminate Hockaday. Hockaday got, excuse me? Huh? Yes, ma'am. But I'm not, she brought it up. But I'm still a citizen. She brought it up, I can speak on her behalf because she brought the road up. I'm still a citizen. I done talked to my attorneys. I ain't gonna step up without talking. I'm gonna tell you now, I ain't gonna step up. Sam, no. I ain't gonna do nothing out the box I was supposed to do.
We're gonna talk to you when she comes to return.
No, I'm just, that's understandable. But I'm not speaking out of the box. I'm just asking her question.
Because I call him every week.
That's right. I'm just asking her question. I didn't do nothing wrong. Yes, ma'am. I understand.
It's terrible.
I understand. And Hockaday's got a big gully. When it rains, you can't cross it on Hockaday up front. And I'll have to go out there and fix that all the time. That's all I'm saying.
Even before things got there, I always say, let's get our roads in a good top shape for the winter months. That when the roads really get in bad position. Let's try to repair these roads. Before this out. Don't wait till help to try to repair them. They get prepared for the winter season, when it really gets bad.
Well, here's the thing, them trucks can't get through there if you got a storm and the road already messed up. How they gonna cross?
You gotta fix the road, fix the problem, and get going.
I'm not here to complain. I'm just here to work with y'all. I've been in this parish long enough to work with everybody.
14 years, let's get our roads fixed at one time when roads get bad.
So I understand what I think I'm hearing, I'm picking up some key points. You say the rotation. So it seems like you're not being rotated in a time.
It's not that. It's not the rotation. The rotation is okay. But it takes you so long to get back to a road. Clinton is the biggest size we have. And they got a lot of roads over here. It's not that. It's just we have to break away. Like Sam Tom, they get in bad shape. These roads got to be maintained. Magnite, I'm just throwing some roads out there. His roads.
But anytime it rains,
I'm
it's
serious.
off of your rotation.
Yeah, we have to get off the rotation and go tend to
We gotta
it.
do prioritize the emergency, we done that, right? We do that.
I'm not here to raise no sand with nobody. I just know what the parish need. I've been here long enough to know. That's all I'm just saying.
We turned the fire truck over on Sam Tower.
I'm just saying. And I talked to Frosty. And when your hands tied, you know, we can't we gotta do what our boss tells us to do.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
And I kind of made.
Well, get rid of the truck. I'm get rid of the truck now. The reason already put the bomb on it.
You don't have to comment. What he's trying to say is that the graders in rotation, the bad roads that they go to outside of rotations on Friday and Saturday, a long road, a big road, or a road that's in bad shape, it takes longer to pull the ditches up, cut it, and get it right. And then that way, no school buses, no, you know, some.
So what are you saying? You're starting to say about the overtime, about coming in working overtime?
Yeah, that's.
Just go ahead.
That's what
and
you're
say
saying.
it.
Look at the man. How you got
So you're not comfortable, the thing is, you're not being come out on Fridays, on Saturdays, Fridays and
Y'all
Saturdays?
ain't never heard me say that.
I'm not hitting it. I'm just concerned about the roads getting done. That's my concern for the parish. I've been here long enough. I know.
We love to go anytime, so.
Mr. Luciano, we'll be on there, what you got?
I'm not gonna be all night, it's gonna be short, because Billy alluded to it earlier tonight. When we have an event, and the last two rain events we've had, serious rain events, this office and Public Works closed down. Public Works, the parish expects Public Works to be there. That's what they're there for, is to help the people. If they have a disaster, they don't need to be called out. They need to be standing by, ready to go. And yes, standing by time is not reimbursable by FEMA, but standby time during their regular workday is a regular workday. And they get paid for that, to be at work. Now, if they can't get there, they can't get there. But you have, out of 30 people, probably 20 of them might be able to get there. And 20 is a whole lot better than 0. And I know, because I was moving on Tuesday in that storm, because people inconveniently die. And you get out when you have to, but Public Works was closed. Chain was gated, or gate was chained, and nobody was there. No, they weren't. Not ex-sold. No.
Yeah, there again, we're gonna make a difference, not time, place.
That's just it, that's it on court. Okay, public comment, any? Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Kent. How about those microphones, huh? Cool little devices, aren't they? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes,
You're not using it.
You still got more.
You need to, you said you were gonna go back to it.
You can,
You take it.
you take it.
Thank you.
We were talking, Sam and I were talking, we're putting something to you all. We have
And they
a
can
solution.
assume they don't even think they'll come back and report
No,
what they're
no.
concerned.
We think we have a solution.
We'll do Mr. Washington on it, just see. Any questions? Any more to adjourn?
So moved.
Straight line, we in.